he's responsible, and he's super successful. He's literally the person I aspire to be in the future. Wait lang, I'm like scared. Okay, so I used to be his princess. Like, I used to be such a sweet girl at home. Like, I'd literally, like, I'd always give them gifts. I'd always, like, I'd always make an effort to, during celebrations, like their birthdays, ganon. But then I started to be like a bit, a bee. I'm a bee at home. Like, I'm such a brat. Like, until now, at home. Like, I'm always masungit. I'm always mataray. Like, I barely talk to my parents. Like, we're close as a family. Like, we're super close. Like, we hang out, ganon. We have like moments, pero most of the time we'd have our own worlds, especially me. Like, I'd always like exclude myself from them. I'm close with my siblings. I have 3 other siblings. I have an ate, I'm second, I have a little brother, and I have a little sister. What do I say? Okay. Kasi my dad is, di ba, he's smart. Like, he always had awards when he was, like, in college and high school. And palagi kong naging goal, like, you know, to walk up the stage and have a medal. And I've always aimed to, like, you know, when you, like, I'd remove my goal is, like, I'd remove my medal and I'd put it on my parents. Ganon, like, ililipat ko sa kanila. And I did. I was aiming to do that in high school. Like, grade 9, I was honors. But then, then I became, like, academically, I'm a good student. But morally, like, I'm horrible. I cut classes, ganon. I literally cut classes. I got suspended when I was in 10th grade. So, So, because of this attitude of mine, I tend to be so ungrateful sa lahat ng ginagawa ng parents ko. And because of that, like, I'd be so embarrassed kasi I wouldn't have, like, we have a good relationship, but I couldn't, like, I struggle talaga to get close with my dad. Kasi, di ba, I used to be his princess, I used to be his little girl, but then I don't know what happened to me. I became such a horrible person. Now we drifted apart. And I'm still struggling now, trying to get close with him. So, di ba, I'm in PEP. When I was in grade 9 and 10, because the school was near lang, like, it's like, from my house, it was like 10, 15 minutes away. So I was too complacent. I would, like, prepare ng matagal talaga every morning. So I was late. I was always late in school. Then we'd always fight in the morning. Then we'd always fight in the evening kasi he picks me up after training. Like, I finish at, like, 9 p.m. And then we'd always fight. And wala lang, like, whenever kasi, like, when my mom gets mad kasi I'm not scared of her, like, I'm sanay with her, like, yelling at me and stuff. But with my dad kasi, it's when, like, it's really serious. Not that hindi serious yung sa mom ko, but, like, with my dad, he barely gets mad. And after training, syempre, because I'm tired, ganon. And, like, if I'm being honest, my coach before is also strict. Like, minsan, napapagalitan din ako sa training, especially when I was a new member. Like, whenever I'd be done with training, I'd be super tired talaga. Because it was all new to me, and then we would fight pa. So yeah, syempre, nakaka-discourage. Although he does support me sa lahat ng achievements ko. Like, I know that for sure. But, yung iba sa inyo, like, my dad doesn't, you know, show affection. He doesn't, like, he barely shows affection. Like, I can't even remember the last time he told me na he's proud of me, ganon. I can't remember. And, when I joined PBB kasi, like, this is what happened. Like, there was a 1-minute video, diba? Then I told my mom about it na, oh, mommy, I'm gonna try Ganon. They say, okay, sige, you can go try. Ganon. Then when I got in, like, the next few rounds of the audition process, we had an argument, me and my parents. Like, they were saying a lot of things na parang you shouldn't, like, like, my dad said na, like, what do you want, what do you want, I parang, like, he said na, wait, I'm trying to remember it. Parang he said na, so what do you expect? What are you trying to, like, tell us? Like, you want to drop out of the, because, like, it's a university. It's one of, like, the big schools in Manila. And parang I really worked hard to get into that. Although it's not my dream school. I wanted to go to the blue school, but I failed. So, yun. Like, well, oh, wait lang. Ito pa. Wait. Back. Okay. It was my 18th birthday, so it's debut, diba? And I'm not trying to, like, badmouth my dad. I love my dad, ganun. My parents. Parang, there was, like, a mini program during my debut. Not as my celebration. Then, parang over dinner, when we were talking about it, my mom said something about, ay, baka naman na, I said kasi na, oh, do you wanna, like, say a message to me during the program? Then my mom said something like, oh, parang I don't wanna cry, ganon, like she doesn't wanna make drama and stuff. And my dad was quiet lang. And then, my ate was saying, because me and my ate were planning, and my ate said, oh, sige, wag namin na. Then, parang I got bad trip, ganon. Then I told my sister na parang, why wouldn't they want to, like, say a message to me, diba? Because, like, I don't know, since I barely, like, parang I barely hear those, like, sweet words from my parents, since I barely, like, get those things, like, it was my 18th birthday. It was, like, I barely celebrate, ganon, with my friends and families, ganon, blah, blah, blah. And then my sister was like, oh, we're just gonna surprise them. So, okay, I expected. When my ate, I was celebrating na, this was after dinner, my 18th birthday. Wait, sorry if it's so iba-iba. I'm trying to, like, gather all the, parang, my ate, like, called my parents, ganon, but then, they didn't say a message to me, like, they just thanked the guests, ganon. Like, I don't want to be demanding, kasi they already paid for all the expenses, so I was like, okay, sige, fine. So yeah, I didn't get the message from them, and it was one of the things na I expected to, like, receive, since it was my 18th birthday. So yun. Although, right, like, my dad kasi talaga, parang we don't have anything in common. Like, even my mom would say na, whenever my mom would say na, oh, like, she'd say na, okay, like, parang me and my dad, they're, like, always fighting at home. Like, kunwari, like, parang every little thing I do is, like, a problem to him. I don't know why, but, like, that's why I barely open up to my dad now. Like, kunwari, in the table, like, he'd get mad at me over something so small, like, or if, like, because whenever he'd get mad at me, I just, like, my thoughts would go blank lang. I wouldn't even, I try not to cry. Like, I hate crying in front of my dad, because I don't want to show na I'm greatly affected by the words. So, yun. So, yun. Basically, me and my dad aren't super close. In general, kasi I told, like, in the audition na, me and my family are close in general. But, like, individually, I was siguro, like, sometimes kasi diba, I have other siblings, I would always compare na I'm their least favorite, like, I'm the least child they love, ganon. And it's always something na, I've always had a problem with that. Kaya I'm an overachiever in school. Like, I started doing commercials. I tried to, like, have good grades as much as possible. Ganon. And, yun lang, like, parang I couldn't, like, parang hindi ko, like, I just miss being my dad's princess. Ganon. And I hope na, someday, like, if my dad's watching, I hope someday he could, like, it's so hard. I hope someday we could put aside our differences, and I hope na I could finally, like, open up to him. Could finally talk to him comfortably. Like, I wouldn't feel like I have to force myself in my best behavior. Like, of course, I have to be my best behavior talaga at home. But yung parang napipilitan na ako just so that I wouldn't get scolded, ganon. Because I hate it when he gets mad at me. And yeah.